Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tempe City Council regular council meeting. Item number 1 is call to order. Council meetings can be watched in real time via Cox Cable Channel 11 and at tempe.gov/tempe11. Members of the public may also attend the meeting virtually through Microsoft Teams. If you have signed up to speak on items later on in the agenda, please know that as the presiding officer, I have the discretion to introduce items out of their regular order as listed on the agenda. I may change the order of items from time to time to accommodate scheduling, to allow us to address items with a large number of speaker cards, so those wishing to speak on those items don't have to wait until later in the meeting, or to otherwise expedite the business of the meeting. If you wish to speak on an agenda item and you haven't filled out a speaker card yet, please make sure to fill out and submit your completed card to the city clerk prior to the item coming forward for council discussion. I will call your name when it is your turn for public comment. So I'd now like to invite everyone who's able and willing to stand to join me in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Tonight's agenda has a number of items that the City Council must consider in order to conduct city business. Guidelines for conduct at City Council meetings are on the table near the entrance for those in attendance at tonight's meeting. We will now play a video with the proper protocol for ensuring the appropriate conduct at City Council meetings.
The City of Tempe welcomes public comment at this time. Disruptive behavior will not be allowed. Continued disruptive behavior will lead to removal from the council chambers. We need to be able to hear everyone in the room. Behavior that disrupts, disturbs, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of any city council meeting is not helpful and is not permitted. This includes behavior both inside and outside of the council chambers. Should individuals inside the council chambers become disruptive so that city business is not able to be conducted, the mayor will first ask that the individuals allow city business to be completed. There will be time for public comment during the call to the audience portion of the meeting. If no cooperation, the mayor will issue a verbal warning and let them know that the continued disruptive behavior will lead to removal from the council chambers. If there is still no cooperation, the mayor will issue a second verbal warning and let them know that the continued disruptive behavior will lead to removal from the council chambers. If there is no cooperation after asking and 2 verbal warnings, then the mayor will ask security officers to remove only those individuals who are causing the disruption. Security personnel should not engage in any way, but only escort them from the council chambers. If individuals refuse to leave, security personnel shall warn them that they are trespassing and that the next step will be arrest by a Tempe police officer. Tempe officers may have to arrest if individuals refuse to leave. Charges for trespass and disorderly conduct may apply, as well as other charges. Should anyone be asked to be removed, the mayor will recess the meeting.
Okay, we'll now play a video conveying the City of Tempe's Native Land Acknowledgement Statement.
We acknowledge that Tempe lies on the ancestral land of the native peoples who have lived here since time immemorial. The ancestral land of the O'odham and Pipash stretches far beyond the boundaries of our city. The landscape is sacred to them, embodying cultural values that are integral to their identity and way of life. The O'odham and Pipash continue to maintain a deep spiritual connection to this land. We embrace the responsibility of caring for these places and vow to uphold this commitment in all our actions.
Thank you very much. I'm now going to turn to item number 4, meeting minutes. Tonight I'll be assisted by Councilmember Adams. Councilmember Adams.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to approve the City Council meeting minutes in items 4A1 through 4A3.
It's been moved by Councilmember Adams. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Keating. Please vote.
Aye, Mayor.
And that item passes 7-0. Next up, item 4B, acceptance of board, commission, and committee meeting minutes. Councilmember Adams.
I move to accept the board, commission, and committee meeting minutes in items 4B1 through 4B12.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember Adams. Do I have a second? Seconded by Councilmember Hodge. Please vote. And that item also passes 7-0. That brings me to item 5, reports and announcements. 5A are mayor's reports and announcements. And actually, I've got several this evening. And Council, if you'd like to join me at least for the first 4, that'd be appreciated. I know it's more than 3.
Less than 5.
More than 3.
Sure. Yeah, I'll switch with you.
All right. First up here, we have item 5A1, which is the presentation to award the City of Tempe the Just Serve City Designation Award. And also, let's see here. Oh, that's 5A2. Do we have 5A1 here? Let me make sure. I've got 5A2, 5A3. Okay, there's no proclamation. Okay, look at that. See, I'm looking for a proclamation because that's our typical order of things, so please. It's always great when people actually come with their own proclamations and own presentations. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. So welcome.
Thank you. Hello. I'm Cheryl Andrew. I'm here with Julie Crockett and Carol Ford, and we would like to present a special award to the City of Tempe today. And I'll start out, Mayor Woods, distinguished council members, esteemed staff, city staff, and fellow residents of the community or City of Tempe. Just a few months ago at the National League of Cities Conference, the City of Tempe was awarded the national distinction of being a Just Serve City. So today we are locally celebrating this achievement, and we'd like to also recognize the city's leadership and unwavering commitment and to strengthening the community through the power of volunteerism. This recognition is a testament to more than just a title, it's a testament to action, which the city does often, the volunteerism. Mayor Woods and City Council members, you consistently walk the talk by doing and actively participating in volunteer activities, crucial volunteer projects such as the annual 9/11 Day of Service, and also the Tempe Cares Community Service Project, where they work with volunteers in the community as well, revitalizing the appearance of some of the Tempe neighborhoods. And those are just to name a couple. Furthermore, we wish to respectfully acknowledge how the spirit of service permeates through all the city levels, including the departments, the police department, the fire department, the public works department. They provide also, everyday services to us, but they also provide volunteerism as well and provide opportunities to serve along with residents of the community as well. In a world where division often seems easy to find, the act of serving together and lifting one another can create profound unity. The collective efforts builds the support system and essential for a thriving community. Thank you, City of Tempe. Thank you, council members and Tempe residents as well, for your dedication to making our city brighter and a more connected place. It is our distinct honor to present to you the Just Serve City designation to the City of Tempe. Congratulations. Oh, we also have some cookies in the back, if I can just, they're with our Just Serve logo, justserve.org, and you council members, we all have one there. Get that out of the way. No, this is good.
There we go. Ready? Big smile.
Thank you so much. Just served as a wonderful organization, and I'm so glad they got, I was out in the season hearing talk about that. So thank you so much. Thank you. That was wonderful. That's for you.
All right, next up, item 5A2, which is Desiree Sloat Life Saving Support Proclamation. So is Desiree here? Well, good evening. Good to see you.
Right here.
All right, so this proclamation reads, whereas on October 1st, 2025, Desiree Sloat, the general manager at the Ken McDonald Golf Course, responded to a medical emergency by performing life-saving cardiopulmonary resuscitation on an individual who had collapsed near the golf course while on a walk at the Western Canal multi-use path. And whereas this individual survived the incident as a result of Desiree's swift action and altruism, following this event, Desiree took further proactive steps by coordinating CPR training for all of her employees to ensure greater preparedness in the future. And whereas on January 17, 2026, Desiree once again demonstrated exceptional courage and commitment to public safety by performing CPR during a second medical emergency on the golf course. And whereas Desiree's actions reflect the highest standards of leadership, compassion, public service, and personal responsibility, serving as an inspiring example to her colleagues and to the broader Tempe community. And whereas the city of Tempe is proud to recognize Desiree Sloat for making our community safer and stronger, for demonstrating the power of individual actions to positively change the course of another's life, and for reminding us all of the profound difference we can make on others' lives by acting with courage in the face of adversity. Now, therefore, I, Corey Woods, Mayor of the city of Tempe, Arizona, do hereby declare March 5th, 2026 as Desiree Sloat Appreciation Day in Tempe, Arizona.
Is the family here? The husband and wife were at the last of it.
With her next week.
Do you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for what you did. Thank you. When we were at one of the events, the husband and wife came and were in the audience.
All right. Next up, 5A3, Women's History Month proclamation. So want to make sure all my colleagues are already down here. I'm also looking for members of the Tempe Women's Club to come down as well.
Woo-hoo!
And of course, anyone here from Women for Women?
All right. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Come on.
How are you?
There we go.
So I want to say, especially given all the people here this evening, I have two proclamations. So the question is, who gets the two proclamations? We're going to find out.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
This proclamation has to reach.
Take a share. You know what? To make sure you guys, if you guys need another one, like if you're getting one and somebody's like, let me know.
Okay.
Because I think there's one in there.
Yeah, okay. I wondered if we had
You have to share it. Share the proclamation. I think there's one for women, one for men.
So let's see. All right, who's going to, so I've got Women for Women, and I've got one for Women's Club. Who wants, let's see, Women's Club, who wants this one? Kay. No, here. All right, so that means Kay, you are definitely going to get this one as soon as I finish reading it. Because when I said who gets it, everyone said Kay. Immediately, you couldn't hear it all the way up there. So there we go. So with this proclamation reads, Whereas following the establishment of National Women's History Week by President Jimmy Carter in 1980 and its expansion by the United States Congress in 1987, Women's History Month has served as a commemoration of the boundless contributions, achievements, and sacrifices of women across the United States. And whereas from pioneering in the fields of science, art, sport, education, and business to leading movements for civil rights and social reform, women of every race, background, and lived experience have been indispensable to the progress and prosperity of our nation. And whereas too often the labor, leadership, and impact of women have been minimized, overlooked, or excluded from the full telling of our shared history. And whereas Tempe Women's History Month provides an opportunity to recognize and uplift the voices and histories of women whose stories continue to inspire faith and positive change, exemplify strength in the face of adversity, and reflect the values of courage, innovation, and service for generations to come. And whereas the city of Tempe is proud to be home to organizations like the Tempe Women's Club, Women for Women Tempe, who carry forward the enduring legacy of women's contributions, both past and present, in our community and across the entire nation, while encouraging women today to continue breaking barriers, lead with determination, and shape a brighter future for all. Now, therefore, I, Corey Woods, Mayor of the City of Tempe, Arizona, do hereby declare March 2026 as Women's History Month in Tempe, Arizona.
Scooch in. All right. I'm trying to get this one. I'm really cool. Maybe if I get this one. Suck it in, stick it out, whatever. Oh my goodness. Corey and Randy are pretty lucky.
Lots of arms.
Yep, right on the end there. Perfect. Okay, if you can't see me,
Here, Michelle, you hold this.
all right.
Linda, where they can see it. You
That
hold
looks
it.
great, guys. Smile. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do this a couple of times. Don't blink. 1, 2, 3. Last one for good measure. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Yay. Every time he says that, I want to thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations, Joe. I know. Very cute. All right. See you later, honey. You know what? I just come and bring your money.
Good thing you're young.
Well, not as young as I look.
Don't tell him. Bye, buddy.
See you tomorrow. At some point.
Congratulations. Likewise.
All right, so item 5A4, which is procurement month. So, two of our procurement staff here, Michael Green, Laura Calder, Alicia Ruiz, Cecile Lewis, Eric Prenzel, John Snow, Elaine Guy, Kim Trong, and Radeha Adawai.
Come in here. Come in here.
Let's see here. Mr. Green, I'm going to give you one of these.
You're more important.
You get two?
Shall read from the other one. So whereas the public procurement profession plays a significant role in the efficiency and effectiveness of both government and businesses across our city, and whereas in addition to the purchase of goods and services, procurement professionals add value to organizations by performing such functions as executing, implementing, and administering contracts, developing strategic procurement strategies, and cultivating working relationships with suppliers and other departments within the organization. And whereas public procurement professionals in the city of Tempe have tremendous influence on the economic conditions of our city, with a cumulative purchasing power running into the millions of dollars. And whereas the procurement professionals in the city of Tempe are committed to providing high caliber strategic, logistical, and operational support of all departments within our city. And whereas the city of Tempe is proud to recognize the public procurement professionals who support and practice the public procurement values and guiding principles of accountability, ethics, impartiality, professionalism, service, and transparency established by the Institute for Public Procurement, or NIGP, as fundamental tenets of the public procurement profession. And whereas the NIGP has proclaimed the month of March as Procurement Month to further expand the awareness of the purchasing professional's role to governmental officials, the public, business, and corporate leaders. Now therefore I, Corey Woods, Mayor of the City of Tempe, Arizona, do hereby declare March 2026 as Procurement Month in Tempe, Arizona.
Okay, Mayor.
Speak out there a little bit, Jennifer. Okay, great. Let's have Jennifer scoot forward a little bit for me. There you go, perfect. That looks good. That looks great. Okay. Good job. All right, here we go. All right, big smiles, everyone. 1, 2, 3. One more like that. Looks great. Don't blink. Gotcha.
All right.
All right. And last up here of my announcements is item 5A5, Tempe Aviation Commission appointment. I want to congratulate Thomas Campbell on his new appointment to the Tempe Aviation Commission as outlined in item 7A1 on this evening's agenda. That's the end of my announcements. That'll bring me to 5B, City Manager's reports and announcements. Madam City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No announcements this evening.
Okay, thank you so much. That will bring me to item number 6, public appearances. According to the Arizona Open Meeting Law, the City Council may only discuss, respond to, or take action on matters listed elsewhere on this agenda for discussion and legal action. The purpose of the open call to the public is to allow individuals to address the City Council on any issue within the jurisdiction of the City Council. No person shall speak more than once, and there is a limit of 3 minutes per speaker. In the interest of allowing all members of the public to have an opportunity to speak, in the case that there is such a large number of persons intending to speak during the meeting that it may deprive other members of the public from the reasonable opportunity to speak, the mayor may limit each speaker to less than 3 minutes. Speakers present at the podium must state their name and city of residence and provide a speaker card. Members of the public shall refrain from making personal, impertinent, or slanderous remarks and from becoming boisterous while addressing the City Council or while attending the meeting. Speakers will be taken first come, first serve in the order in which the cards are received. Speakers' visual aids and appearances by phone or recordings are not allowed. The City Council is prohibited by state law from discussing, responding to, or taking action on matters raised during the call to the public, even if asked to do so by a member of the public, so long as the subject discussed by the speaker is not listed as a specific agenda item for Council's consideration for discussion and legal action. Individual members of the Council may respond to criticism made by speakers, ask staff to review a matter, or request a matter to be placed on a future agenda. Okay, with all that being said, I'm going to once again read all of these. I've got 9 cards here, and I will once again call them in the order in which I received them. The first speaker this evening is Wiley Larson. Is Wiley Larson here? Madam Clerk, is Wiley in the virtual room by chance?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, I'll move on to the next speaker. The next speaker I have this evening is Mario Martinez. Please come forward, state your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes.
My name is Mario Martinez. I reside in Tempe.
I am here to address the Connor Culver, Cade Tierney alleged terrorist bomb threat investigation. Both of these people were park ordinance opponents. Additionally, Connor Culver was a former high-level Tempe official who was effectively blowing the whistle on the corruption of city manager Rosa Inchausti and Mayor Corey Woods. Against Ms. Tierney, the county attorney declined to prosecute Police Chief Kenneth McCoy insipid felony terrorism charges. McCoy could have requested that Tempe prosecute the misdemeanor charge. McCoy publicly proved what an impotent police chief buffoon he is by turning tail on these charges as well. The council and staff were allegedly terrorized by this obviously fictional Queen Circe gift. For these officials, a mental health evaluation might be well advised. If the charges were really true, then Tempe needs a police chief who is smart enough to back up his big mouth with his mind, as that buffoon McCoy proved that he is not. McCoy is an indirect subordinate of big money Rosa Inchausti, who is Corey's $370,000 per year puppet city manager. Big Money Rosa is clueless, in this case, is clueless about effective law enforcement management. Yet the entire council voted 7-0 to give this same city manager a $50,000 raise at taxpayer expense. Regarding my civil and human rights legal background, after I traveled through Central America during the 1980s, I became an eyewitness to the real terror of these mass atrocities. Facing the risk of torture and/or murder, I safely returned to the United States. I joined the Central American Refugee Project that later became the Arizona Center for Immigration. According to Amnesty International, we were the most successful groups in the country. I was an expert witness who successfully provided evidence of these mass atrocities in federal court. We never used a fictional meme like Queen Circe in our legal cases. We never did it all. And these are the legal standards that you uphold, that you tax us for. Quit being such a bunch of hypocrites. If she's worth $50,000 a year more, why can't she do her job? And why aren't you doing anything about it?
Okay, thank you very much. The next speaker I have is Natalie Stoner. Please come forward, state your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes. Is Natalie Stoner here? No? Madam Clerk, is Natalie Stoner in the audience?
No, she is not, but our next speaker is.
Okay, sounds good. Then I will move on to the next speaker then. So the next speaker I have is Catherine Dorn. Yes, hi, can you state your name and city of residence? You have 3 minutes.
Hi, sorry about that. I'm using my microphone.
No worries, you're all good.
Thank you. I'm Catherine Dorn, calling in from, of course, Tempe, Arizona, where I am a resident, and I am asking the council again to please, as soon as possible, cancel the contract we have with the wildly misnamed company Flock Safety. I very much understand that the company promotes its product as an all-round, wraparound security service. I very much understand that the city does not believe that we have a contract that would enable outside, potentially rogue jurisdictions like ICE to access our cameras, and I do believe that on paper, you are correct about the contract and that we do not provide permission for ICE or other malevolent agencies to access the cameras. Unfortunately, Flock Safety has an interesting track record of data security or lack of security practices. Recently, 404 Media found that I believe well over 60 of their cameras at a minimum had been fully accessible to the internet, including live video, 30 days of archived video, and access to each of those cameras' settings. And since these were, in this case, handheld Zoom cameras, I do not know if any of them were in our city, but they were flock-provided cameras from across the country. The ability for people to access both live video and the camera settings would have enabled a stalker to pan, tilt, and zoom in on people's private lives, including children playing in a playground in one case, anywhere near the cameras. This is not the kind of thing that makes our city safer. It is a very shoddily secured mass surveillance tool. I do support well-secured red light cameras. I think the city should look into buying our own system, which would not be open to outside malevolent actors accessing private information of Tempe residents, visitors, and commuters. But Flack Safety does not deserve our money and does not deserve to be able to use our city as part of its increasingly disturbing panopticon system. Please cancel the contract. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next speaker I have this evening is Noah James Markham. Please come forward, state your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes.
I always gotta go all the way up, you know? My tall Asian, you know? Aloha, Tempe City Council. It's nice to see you guys again. It's nice to be home. And my name is Noah James Markham, and I live in the great city of Tempe. Well, I have a few concerns. Let's talk about this, okay? The last time I was here, I needed help, maybe with Section 8, and help me try to pay some of my past due rent. But of course, you know, there was no help. With someone with a disability, there's a lot of work to be done in Tempe. In Tempe also, I would like to talk about if I want to have my shirt off in the city while I'm on the sidewalk, then I should be able to. Or if I'm at the gas station or grocery store, I should be able to. I know people are weird looking at someone with a shirt on, but it's okay. It's too hot here, and it should be accepted in the city. Also, I would like to remind people about the Japanese concentration camps, and the Native American community keeps on complaining and saying it's the government's fault. It's both of your faults. And how horrible that was for us as Japanese Americans in America. I want to say to Tempe, thank you for standing against ICE and all the kids that did too in Tempe. And I'm so happy I see you guys out there. Also, I request that we have a New Year's Eve event right in the middle of Mill Ave. Please bring it back. I know you guys got people complaining all the time in Tempe, but I know a lot of college kids would go to this too. We need to make sure that we take care of our water here in Tempe, especially that lake, because I would like to see the lake travel a lot more. Please, God is not going to save us from a drought. Did you know Mormons are not in the Bible? And you know also that Catholics had Nazi people with that religion? Just a fact, so you guys know. And they're not in the Bible either, Catholics. And the Aloha Festival is coming up too. So hopefully every council member is there. Please make sure that there's a sign language interpretation on each stage at the Aloha Festival. Mahalo, and thank you for listening to me tonight.
Thank you. All right, the next speaker I have this evening is Maria Hertz, excuse me. Sorry. And are you good lowering everything there, or? Let's see.
Thank you.
If not, I see Jason coming up right now. Oh, there we go.
Thank
Perfect.
you. I watched you. Thank you. I took note. Hi, everybody. My name's Maria Hertz. I live in Tempe, Arizona. I moved here back in 2008. My son moved here in 1997, and he's my big one. I have a little one that's 13, and they both say hi. My big son said, "Be nice, Mom. I live here, I work here, and I have a business here." My little one says, "Mom, I want to see civics in action," because he's in civics right now. So I'm here to discuss the Shalimar. We have continuing discussions about the future of Shalimar, and it reflects an important moment for the community and thoughtful civic leadership in Tempe. For decades, Shalimar has been more than a golf course. It served as an open space for my family and their fun and their excitement, a neighborhood landmark, and a shared gathering place. Many residents have expressed concerns over the last year about the proposals that would have replaced the site with higher density housing consisting of rental units. While housing growth is an important issue in many cities, this discussion around Shalimar highlighted the importance of balancing the development with community priorities such as open space, neighborhood scale, and the quality of life. Community members have voiced their perspectives through meetings, advocacy, and public engagement, demonstrating how active civic participation helps shape the future of our city. Also, I'm here as a reason for my son to study civics as well. In turn, the response from Tempe City Council showed a willingness to listen carefully to residents and weigh those concerns thoughtfully and when considering the long-term impact with developmental decisions, and we appreciate that. Many in the community appreciate that the council is recognizing the importance of honoring the voices of the Tempe residents rather than simply pursuing large-scale redevelopment activities. We thank you for that. By supporting an outcome that aligns with community sentiment, the council reinforces the principle that local planning decisions should reflect the values and priorities of the people who live there. Moments like this remind us that strong communities are built through collaboration between engaged residents and responsible civic leaders. The continued preservation of Shalimar represents not only a protection of an important local space, but also an example of how public dialogue and thoughtful decision-making can guide the future of Tempe in a way that respects both growth and community character. And I thank you so much, and I hope I fulfilled my son's request to not make any man tonight.
I was going to say, you absolutely, that was civics in action. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, the next speaker I have is Kelly Marin. Please come forward, state your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes.
Okay, hi, I'm Kelly Morin, and I live here in Tempe. Pink, purple, and orange colors rage across the sky as you hear the click of the door behind you. You breathe in the fresh scent of citrus blossoms, mingling with the earthy aroma of mesquite and palo verde as the stress of your day melts away. Ahead, a pair of green-headed mallards waddle towards their familiar watering hole, while a red-tailed hawk circles above. Your dog pauses, alert as a gray fox moves lightly through the shrubs, and the great horned owl glides silently to its favorite branch as the air cools against your skin. And then, after a day of traffic and noise, you hear something rare: stillness. The stars above poke their heads out of the sky, and you know that the mourning doves and lovebirds will be there to greet you when you wake up and you hear the click of your front door shut again. For my husband, Steve, our 2-month-old baby, who you've probably heard crying, Crosby, and our golden retriever, Gus, living beside the Shalimar Golf Course has meant 5 years of that calm quiet during our evening walks. The 44 acres are so much more than open land. They provide memories and moments that we cherish. We've played countless hours of golf at Shalimar with our best friends, celebrating birthdays and just a Saturday morning. We've tossed thousands of rounds of fetch with our golden retriever Gus while chatting with the neighbors. We also found out that we were having a baby boy behind our house on the grass as we chose Shalimar for our gender reveal moment. By rezoning this land, you are stripping these opportunities from current and future residents. As Tempe continues to grow, taking away our green open space could be catastrophic. It causes our neighborhood, increased heat, poor air quality, raises flood risk to our neighborhood, increases traffic dangers, hurts our economy, potentially property value, impacts mental and physical health, and of course it impacts our wildlife. Green space is not a luxury in Tempe, it's an essential living ecosystem, a cooling refuge and a daily reminder that nature still has a place in the heart of our city. In the desert, where summer temps regularly exceed 110, Parks, trees, and shaded open areas help cool our neighborhoods, reduce the urban heat island effect, and lower our energy bills. As you consider rezoning, I ask you to weigh not only developmental potential, but long-term community well-being. Please protect the spaces that protect us. Save Shalimar, stop the rezoning, look out for children like Crosby, so he can grow up in a city that values his quality of life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next speaker I have this evening is Tim Palmer. Please come forward, state your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes.
Well, it's been quite a while since I've been down here. My name's Tim Palmer. I've been a resident of Tempe since 1963, and I've come to speak again about traffic safety in Tempe. I received recently this campaign flyer with 3 familiar faces on it that talk about that being a well-run city means Tempe is safe and livable, and that without any specific measurement, they talk about that crime and homelessness is down and that safety is up. Well, I personally beg to differ that safety is up in the city of Tempe. My neighbors and I live off of Mill Avenue between Southern and Alameda, and a few of my neighbors have taken lawn chairs and sat down on Mill Avenue and watched the cars go by, and it's dangerous. I have witnessed over the years numerous accidents on Mill Avenue near my house with cars penetrating people's backyards through their block fences, head-on collisions, and it doesn't seem to change. The Vision Zero program emphasizes both education, engineering, and enforcement. But enforcement seems to be a lacking component in the safety of traffic safety in Tempe. And although I'm all in favor of the cameras that have been put up at intersections in Tempe, I believe that they only monitor infractions that take place at an intersection. So perception is reality, and many of my friends and neighbors do not believe that the Tempe Police Department is doing a sufficient job to create safety and the perception of safety with enforcement by the police department. I urge you to up the presence of enforcement in Tempe, even at the risk of people's perception of saying that we are a police state, doing the job of safety. So I firmly believe that safety needs to be upped, and you need to do your job better. Thank you.
Thank you. The last card I have this evening is from Peter Kovacs. Please come forward, state your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Jó estét kívánok, which is good evening in Hungarian. I'm Professor Peter B. Kovacs, New Brunswick, New Jersey, and I'm a former Tempe resident now living in Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm up there with Kate Gallego and the city council up there in North Phoenix. I want to address tonight the Hungarian Independence Day of March 15th. We have Women's History Month, and I would like to also consider this Hungarian History Month. The Hungarian American Studies Foundation has been around since 1985 in New Brunswick, New Jersey. I had lived in Warren Township. We have a small organization, the Reformed Church of Hungary. It usually meets in Phoenix, and I have to find out the date. You're all invited to the Hungarian Festival. Normally it's in March. So when I find out about that, I'll send an email accordingly to that. It's normally at Our Savior Lutheran Church. It's at 12th and Glendale. And I'm on mass transit now, so you can take the number 70 bus, the light rail, and the number 70 bus, and it gets you right there. So it's good to see all of you again. It's been a few years since I've seen all of you, and I'm sorry that I don't live in Tempe anymore. But my friend Art Hutchinson, of course, still owns the house that I lived in at 3020 South Cottonwood. Köszönöm szépen. Thank you very much, and best of luck to all the committee members that are running for re-election. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, you too. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the cards I have this evening. Is there anyone else in the audience who wishes to address the council at this time? If so, can you please get my attention? Yes, sir. Please come forward. State your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes.
My apologies, Mayor. I thought that I entered the card online accordingly.
Oh, sure.
And
No worries.
apparently that did not occur.
Is it on a specific item on the agenda later on, or just a general public
It
comment?
was a general public.
Okay, yeah, sure, go for it, please.
Appreciate it. Good evening, Mayor Woods and Tempe City Council. My name is David Vargas, and I've been a resident of Tempe since 1991. My wife and I have been Shelmar State homeowners since 2019. Like other concerned community members before me, I'm here to urge you to reject the rezoning of the Shelmar Golf Course. Please don't trade 60 years of irreplaceable green space for development that brings permanent ecological harm. As you're already aware, this 44-acre oasis with over 400 mature trees fights our desert heat, cleans our air, shelters wildlife, and soaks up floodwater. Since the golf course closed, we've seen dying fish, dead ponds, and dying grounds. Rezoning means bulldozing those trees, paving permeable soil, and cramming 277 homes onto land never meant for it. The result is more heat, worse flooding, lost habitat, and higher bills for every resident in a hotter, thirstier Tempe. Developments may highlight short-term tax benefits, but those pale next to the permanent cost of scorched streets, strained infrastructure, banished shade, and a city and a neighborhood robbed of its natural defense against climate extremes. That kind of money won't replant century-old trees. It won't cool our homes. It won't bring back the wildlife already suffering. Mayor Woods and members of the Tempe City Council, you have consistently demonstrated wise leadership by prioritizing long-term sustainability over short-term gains. I sincerely thank you for that commitment. Your thoughtful decision-making and courage to protect what matters most is exemplable. I respectfully urge you to once again vote no on this rezoning and continue safeguarding our community, our neighborhood, and the beautiful city of Tempe we all love. Thank you for your time and hearing me out.
Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, that's all the cards I have this evening. Is anyone else wishing to address the council this evening? If so, can you please get my attention? All right, seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting and move forward to item number 7, which is the consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda will be considered as a group and will be enacted with one motion by the City Council unless an item is removed for separate consideration. Members of the public may remove public hearing items for separate consideration. Public hearing items are designated as public hearing item at the beginning of the item title. Council members may remove any item for separate consideration or to declare a conflict of interest. If a council member would like to declare a conflict at this time, the city clerk will provide the council member with a disclosure form. If you wish to speak on a public hearing item, please fill out a speaker card and submit your completed card to the city clerk prior to the agenda item coming forward for council discussion. I will call your name when it is your turn for public comment. The consent agenda tonight is listed as miscellaneous items 7A1 through 7A3, awards of bids and contracts, items 7B1 through 7B23, and resolutions, items 7C1 through 7C12. Once again, any agenda item designated as public hearing item can be removed by a member of the public for separate consideration. If anyone would like to have a public hearing item removed, please get my attention now. Okay, seeing none, I'm going to look to the council. Do you have any agenda items that you'd like to have removed from the consent agenda for separate consideration? Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember Hodge to move forward with the consent agenda. Anyone else, second?
Second.
Second, I think by Vice Mayor Garland by a hair. Please vote.
Aye.
And that motion passes 7-0. That brings me to item number 8, the non-consent agenda. All items listed on the non-consent agenda will be considered separately. Agenda items scheduled for introduction and first public hearing will be heard, but will not be voted upon at this meeting. Council members who may have a conflict of interest, agenda items scheduled for second public hearing and final adoption will be voted upon tonight. Council members who may have a conflict of interest may abstain from voting on a matter, and the city clerk will provide the council members with a disclosure form at this time. First up, we have item 8A, miscellaneous items, bids, contracts, and resolutions. The first item under the section is 8A1, which is to hold a public hearing for an appeal of the Development Review Commission's decision to approve a use permit to allow a detached two-story accessory dwelling unit for ADU build Harvey residence located at 36 East Cairo Drive. The appellant is Dawn Sinclair. The original applicant is 3C Contracting LLC. Due to the original applicant modifying their plans from two-story to one-story and withdrawing the use permit, staff is recommending that the City Council vacate the DRC decision and render the appeal moot. I should also make note that this is a quasi-judicial item as well. Just to once again kind of reiterate for folks watching at home and for folks in the audience tonight, the original applicant, 3C Contracting LLC, has revised their plans from a two-story ADU to a one-story ADU and has provided the city with a formal withdrawal of the use permit to allow a second-story ADU. Staff therefore recommends that the City Council vacate the DRC's decision and render the appeal moot. Additionally, no public testimony will be taken this evening as the public comment portion of the hearing was previously closed following the September 18th, 2025 meeting. So I'll now look to our community development staff, looking over at Jeff Tamulevich and Ryan LeBake. Are there any comments from community development staff regarding the withdrawn application? You're good? Okay. All right, then I will look here for a motion, and the motion would be to vacate the Development Review Commission's decision, granting the use permit and dismiss the appeal as being moot, and then I would look for a second on that motion. Okay, it's been moved as read by me, so by Vice Mayor Garland and seconded by Councilmember Hodge. Before we go here, is there any other discussion from council on this item? And I should also ask too, is there anything that the appellant would like to say on this item this evening? No objection. No objection, okay, thank you very much, appreciate it. The original applicant, is their representative here, and would that person like to make a statement if they are here? Okay. So with that said, there's been a motion here by Vice Mayor Garland and seconded by Councilmember Hodge, once again, to make sure that I'm reading this into the record correctly, which would be to vacate the Development Review Commission's decision granting the use permit and dismiss the appeal as being moot. It's been moved and seconded. With that said, please vote.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Okay, and so that motion passes 7-0. The next item under the section is 8A2, which is to award 5-year contracts with renewal options to Graviton Consulting Services and Oracle America Incorporated for the purchase, implementation, and ongoing support of an enterprise resource planning software solution. Council members, any comments or discussion? It's been moved by Councilmember Hodge. Do I have a second? Seconded by Councilmember Adams. Please vote. And that item passes 7-0. The next item under the section is 8A3, which is to approve a 1-year contract renewal with Artistic Land Management Incorporated to provide landscape maintenance services to street medians and right-of-way areas. Council, any comments or discussion? Okay, if not, do I have a motion? It's been moved by Councilmember Hodge, seconded by Vice Mayor Garland. Please vote. And that motion passes 7-0. The next item under the section is 8A4, which is to ratify the staff-approved contract increase with Border States Electric Supply for the purchase of Rockwell Allen Bradley Components, electronics, hardware, and software services. Council members, any comments or discussion?
Motion to approve.
It's been moved by Councilmember Adams. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Keating. Please vote. And that item passes 7-0. The next item under the section is 8A5, which is to approve the utilization of a 1-year City of Phoenix cooperative contract with Calgon Carbon Corporation, say that 10 times, for the supply, placement, removal, and thermal reactivation of granular activated carbon. Council, any comments or discussion? It's been moved by Councilmember Hodge and seconded by Councilmember Keating. Please vote. And that item passes 7-0. I look forward to that, Councilmember Amberg. You got another item coming up right here. So the next item under this section is 8A6, which is to adopt a resolution authorizing a maximum dollar amount for an individual job order of up to $3.3 million for the purchase of procuring construction services for the Interior Space Planning and Design Beam Project 6708281M.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilmember Keating and seconded by Councilmember Adams. Please vote. And that motion passes 7-0. The next item under the section is 8A7, which is to award a job order number 16 to Chase Building Team Incorporated for project number 6708281M, Interior Space Planning and Design Beam. Council members, any comments or discussion? Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember Hodge. Do I have a second? Seconded by Councilmember Amberg. Yay. She's on the board, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, please vote. And that item passes 7-0. The last item under the section is 8A8, which is to award a construction services contract to B&F Contracting Incorporated for project number 3221025B, Joint Tempe Mesa Sewer Rehabilitation 2025 GMP1. Council, any comments or discussion? It's been moved by Councilmember Hodge and seconded by Councilmember Chin. Please vote. And that item also passes 7-0. The next section on the non-consent agenda is ordinances and items for introduction and first hearing. The items under this section will be read and introduced tonight, but no substantive votes will be taken. The second hearings and votes for these items are scheduled for March 26, 2026. The first item under the section is 8B1, which is to introduce and hold the first public hearing to adopt an ordinance authorizing the abandonment of a sewer line easement located on the north side of Weber Drive and west of McClintock Drive for 1480 North McClintock Drive, OMP, Tempe Industrial Park. This is a public hearing item, so if there's any public testimony on item 8B1, please get my attention now. Okay, seeing none, I'll close the public testimony portion of the public hearing. Council members, any comments or discussion? Okay, the second and final public hearing on this item is scheduled for March 26, 2026. The last item under the section is 8B2, which is to introduce and hold the first public hearing to adopt an ordinance amending the Tempe City Code, Chapter 2, Article 5, Division 10, Section 2-265, to add youth members to the Commission on Disability Concerns. Council members, any questions for staff on this item? None? Okay, this is what?
Can I just make a statement?
Give me 1 second. Actually, I want to take the public testimony first. So this is a public hearing item. So if there's any public testimony on item 8B2, could you please get my attention at this time? Yes, please come forward. Please state your name and city of residence. You have 3 minutes.
I'm gonna go all the way out every time. Aloha, Mayor, and to the rest of the City Council. My name is Noah James Markham, and I'm a resident of Tempe. We need to make sure that we are taking care of these people that have disabilities. We are like left behind, and it's not okay. So yes, we need this to go through and talk more about this. Thank you so much. Mahalo.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Does anyone else in the audience wish to speak tonight on item 8B2? If so, please get my attention. All right, seeing none, I'll close the public testimony portion of the public hearing. Councilmember Hodge.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to thank the commission for adding the youth. I think that's a very strong voice and a voice that's needed to be heard and impact. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hodge. Anyone else on council? Any other comments or discussion? All right, seeing none, I'll just note that the second and final public hearing on this item is scheduled for March 26, 2026. The last section on the non-consent agenda is ordinances and items scheduled for second hearing and final adoption. There are no items under this section this evening, which brings me to item 9, current events, council announcements, and future agenda items. Just as a note, council members may request that an agenda item be added to a future council meeting during their allotted time, but in accordance with the open meeting law, there should be no discussion on the item other than to clarify the request. I'm going to now turn to the council members, and I'm going to start this evening with Councilmember Adams.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. La Victoria Commons has opened in the Apache corridor, delivering nearly 125 affordable housing units, 125 housing units alongside a future health clinic and cafe. This innovative development integrates stable housing with healthcare, social services, and light rail access, creating a wonderful model for communities statewide. Thank you. That concludes my announcements.
Thank you, Councilmember Adams. Next up this evening, Councilmember Chin.
No announcements.
Thank you. Next up, Councilmember Hodge.
Thank you. I just want to, today is my mom's birthday. I want to just tell her happy birthday and how much I love my mom. So, yes, thank you. Thank you. And also, I want to thank the incredible volunteers who've given their time and energy. This Friday is exciting to celebrate the volunteer appreciation event, and we're all looking forward to being there. And I'm excited that it's going to be a brunch with Burdetta because I'm actually doing it with the Mayor Youth Advisory Commission on March 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. They're doing their first annual mental health resource. So I'm excited to be a part of that. And they set this all up themselves. I mean, this is just phenomenal that they went through all the resources and brought it together. So come out if you can. Thank you. That's all I have to say. And happy Women's Month to everyone.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Hodge. Next up this evening, Councilmember Amberg.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've got two. Everybody's said it already. A happy Women's Month, and here in Tempe, we're honored to work alongside so many incredible women, many of whom are pictured here. Your leadership, expertise, and dedication to help move our city forward every single day is so appreciated. This month is a chance to celebrate the achievements of women in our community and recognize the impact you make through your work, service, and commitment to others. Special thank you to Jason Wolf for taking this photo with his drone. And another special thank you to my council assistant, Melissa Westbrook, for organizing the photo. And hopefully next year we'll have even more out there. And I'm not sure a lot of people you guys know, but I am on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters and Central Arizona, and we are hosting our annual fundraiser this month, the Big Night Out Gala. This event's going to take place on March 20th at the Westin Kierland Resort and Spa, beginning at 5:30. The evening celebrates the power of mentorship and the meaningful impact it has on young people in our community. The proceeds of the gala are going to go help connect more youth with caring adult mentors, creating life-changing relationships. And as an added bonus, if you go, you're going to get to hear Mayor Corey Wood speak again.
Thank you, Councilmember Amberg. Appreciate it. Next up, the woohoo came from Vice Mayor Garland, so I'm going to turn to you next.
Great. I'm in trouble now. I have two events, and so we're speaking about this Women's Month, but this is Young Women. We have our second annual Girls Change the World event, or it's the Shine Your Light event for young women. And it's calling all young women from ages 14 to 19. If they're interested, it's Saturday, March 28th, 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it'll be at Rio Salado Community College. We're going to talk about financial literacy workshops, inspiring speakers. We will have mentors that are available. We'll have leadership workshops and Dressing for Success fashion show. We had so much fun last time, so we're looking forward to doing it again this year. It's called Girls Change the World, powered by Shine Your Light. If you want more information, you go to www.tempe.gov/youngwomen for more information. And then the next one, we are really lucky that we are partnering with Girls Rule Foundation for this event and with the Rio Salado Community College. They've been incredible partners. But partnering with the Girls Rule Foundation, they've stepped up the game this year for our Young Women's Summit, that we actually have 6 scholarships that will be available to young women, $1,500 scholarships will be given out. There'll be 6 of them. So if you are interested in signing up for a scholarship, the winners will further their education journey with support from Girls Rule Foundation, and they will be celebrated at the event. If they'd like more information, you go to tempe.gov/youngwomen, and you can learn all about the scholarships. We hope we get a lot of applications. They have to be in by March 13th. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Next up, Councilmember Keating.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, happy Women's Month to all my colleagues, except for to you, Mayor.
That's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. Now seems like a good time too to thank our city staff and our men and women in the police department, from the chief on down, for keeping us safe throughout the community. Crime is down on pretty much every measure, and we do recognize that, and we do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Keating. Spoken very well. That means I don't have any announcements this evening, so I will second everyone else's announcements. which brings me to item number 10, public appearances. So once again, rules for speaking during the second public appearances item shall be the same as stated earlier for the first public appearances. So is there anyone in the audience who hasn't already spoken this evening who'd like to address the council? If so, please get my attention. Okay, seeing none, I will go ahead and close that portion of the meeting, and that will take me to item number 11, which is adjournment. The next scheduled regular city council meeting will be on March 26, 2026. We are adjourned at 7:04 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.